There we go. We're live. Good afternoon. Are you having lunch? Having lunch out there? Welcome everybody to the DJ show. You noticing anything different about my little setup here? I call this Aaron Vision. Yeah, I paid somebody. Somebody's here today, and they're just gonna follow me around with the mic. I'm sorry, with the camera, making sure that I'm always on camera. Over there. Over there. Maybe I want to dip down here. Maybe I just want to get nice and close. Look into your soul. It's the Pocket 3. This is the Pocket 3. So I'm hoping that the issue I was having with the audio being just a tad out of sync with the video is better. Is it? Please tell me it's better. Please tell me. And while you tell me, let me say hi to my people that are here. First up, oh, wrong place. Let's go here for the comments. Comments are over on this side. What's up, DJ Brent? Stevie Ray on Pins and Needles. 8s in the chat. If you're following, we got some 8s from Alex is always here. Thank you. What's up, Mikey Mike is here. DC in the house. Calvin is here. Let's see here. Oh, and then I gotta give a shout out to Matthew here, who is a brand new member of the channel. Matthew, that's for you, baby. That was a freebie for the rest of you. That was a freebie. He just joined the channel. It's that little button that you see next to my name is called join. It's $2. Ultimate chest hair is what you get. You're supporting the channel, helping me out. All right, and you know, you get a little access to videos before everybody else. It's all right. Thanks for joining. You know what? As soon as I get 10 members, okay, then I'm gonna bump this shit up to HD to 1080p. Right now we're sitting at 720 because the software I use cost me $30. It's $50 to go full 1080. Join up. Yeah, this camera is tons of fun. I just shot that latest video on it. I'm happy with it so far. It's so small. It's like this big, right? It's really small, and it can stream, as you see. It can use it as a webcam. So I use it for the first time last night on my Zoom call, and I was really happy with it. It's a little guy. I'm gonna take it with me this weekend to my gig, and shoot a real gig log. I told my patients they have to wait because Aaron Strawn's stream started. They were understanding. I hope you're not a doctor or some shit. People in there bleeding. I got a knife sticking out of my throat! Nurse, would you please let the patients know that Aaron Strawn is streaming and I'll be out there? They can bleed on their own goddamn time. LifeLock just warned me this show is stealing my heart. You're welcome. No, that can't be true. Are the lips not matching? Oh, that hurts me. That hurts me. Oh, god damn it. I'm trying so hard. What's up, JKO from Germany? Welcome to the show. We're very happy to have you here. Jawohl. There we go. Now my channel just got flagged. Fellow gear, we're here. Hairspray's here. You spend more than $25 on a bottle of beer, least I can do. Thanks, bro. Means a lot. You hear that, guys? You hear that? Matthew it's for less than a bottle of beer, less than coffee. You can't get anything for $3 out there. All right, sounds great. Nurse practitioner, I was fucking close. This guy making people bleed outside. Hey, who's going to, Tony? What's up? Oops, wrong thing. Tony? Sounds good. Tommy's good with the audio. All right. So who just told me I wasn't? Who told me I wasn't? Steve, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Whoever it was, fuck you. There isn't any delay. See? What the hell? That guy's just fucking with me. I'm going to, so next week is Midwest DJ Live. And I'll be there. Let me know if you guys are coming. I want to see you guys. Say hi. and I'm really looking forward. It's one of my favorite shows I go to. I think because it's local, so I get to drive. I'm gonna be carpooling with some local homies. We'll drive up there, and you know, with DJ shows. Okay, so help me stay on track because I just thought of something else. I saw an Instagram reel this morning that cracked me up. It was this. The caption was when someone you don't know comes up to the DJ booth, and then it was like an inserted video clip of a guy doing like a jujitsu or a judo flip, right? I'm telling you, that would be a great seminar to do at a DJ conference. How to deal with bad requests, how to deal with people that come up to you. It seems like it's an ongoing issue that we are all dealing with, and we don't have a lot of solves. However, later on in the show, I think I have a new solve. I'm not reinventing the wheel, but I'll share with you what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I've done it before. I'm bringing it back, and I hope that it helps out. Let's see here. Yeah, I know it's moving around. If you guys get dizzy, let me know and I'll turn that feature off, because I don't want you to get all like all dizzy, all like seasick while you're watching the stream. Like, oh, I'm having a good time, Aaron, but I want to barf. I'm thinking about going to Expo too. Expo is another show. Here's why I like to go to Expo, because almost everybody goes, and I like hanging out with everybody. I like seeing a lot of you guys. AC is fun. I took Amy with me last year, and we had a blasty blast. Got a nice hotel room. We walked the boardwalk. There's lots of stuff to do. This year, if we go, I want to go to Hell's Kitchen. Didn't get a chance to do that last year. We like walked all the way down the boardwalk. It almost took like 45 minutes to get like to the end. And then that's where we noticed like Hell's Kitchen was there, and we're like, we watch that show all the time. So thinking about heading up there. Hey, Jay Book, what's up, baby? Come on, you got it. I know you got money. I know you got money. Just dip in, bro. Just dip in, bro. Drop that $2. Keep me happy. Let's get this thing to 1080p. How have you tested how fast you can move before it loses track? Let's try it right now. Get up there. Okay, that's not too bad. If this is your first time joining, probably, what the fuck is this guy doing? What is this shit? This is a shit show. It has officially become a shit show. Okay, let's get into some of our topics today. Thanks everybody for being here. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna try to keep it an hour. Do my best. This is a new segment I like to call What the Fuck Happened To? And I'm not gonna do this every time, but I'm gonna highlight like an artist that we just haven't seen in a while, hasn't put any music up. And for the first segment, it's this guy. Oh, what the hell? My mouse just stopped working. So, there we go. It's connect. All right. This guy. What the fuck happened to Bruno Mars? I put out a little Insta story yesterday, begging you, please make some new music for us. I remember the last couple years, I'd listen to the radio on my way, something like, especially during these months where it's kind of off season, listening for that next summer dance tune that's just gonna go off on the dance floor. And I don't want to sound like an old boomer or whatever, but it just feels like we're not getting it. We're not getting those dance bangers. Taylor Swift just released her album. Look, these artists have no obligation to try to write songs for wedding DJs, right? But I'm with you. Like, I like playing fresh stuff. It makes us look good. It's a good look for a DJ when you're playing some fresh stuff. And it doesn't mean that you're playing it all night. You'll irritate the crowd, especially at a wedding. At a wedding, okay? A club is different, but at a wedding, you got to play the old stuff. You got to play the hits. But it's frustrating that it just feels like, I'd say Dua Lipa has been putting out some stuff that's helped out. I really thought that Miley Cyrus Flower song was going to go, but didn't. I'd never get that requested. So she hasn't had really a big hit since Party in the USA. I don't know, Wrecking Ball? No, I've had that requested a couple times. So are they just not writing dance music because people aren't dancing anymore? But Bruno, when he was putting out that 24 Karat Magic album, it was just every single song on there just claps on the dance floor. And now it's getting to the point where I'm starting to see his shit on my do not playlist. So we've gotten there. We overused it. We saturated it. We went too far. And the answer is, it's not our fault. I'm not going to take the blame for this. The answer is, we need Bruno to write some goddamn new hits. Where are you at, brother? Please come back to us. Uptown Funk. I think we have to retire that this year. I said that last show. I think we got to take a break from it. It's such a banger. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I think it needs a break. It needs a breather. That Silk Sonic album was cool. But that was all dinner shit. Where's Bruno? Yeah, even Usher. I mean, all these guys, Lil Jon, like all these guys that we play, all this music that we play, these artists have not been putting out anything for us. I agree. And is her music boring? It's not for, I mean, obviously a DJ's ear is going to be sort of like, what is this? Because that's where our brains automatically go, right? Our brain goes to, can I play this on the dance floor? Or is this just another song in my fucking dinner crate? I got enough. I got plenty of dinner shit. But Taylor isn't thinking that. It was a nice, chill album. And it's doing well, obviously. It's like one of the most streamed records ever. Or something like the first day. So it's going well. I will say, I went to go see AJR last week with my kid. I can't remember if I talked about this or not. But I went and saw them live. And that place was packed. 12,000 people at that show at AJR. And everybody singing along. It was a really fun-ass show. They sounded great. The music was really poppy and trendy and, like, catchy. I've played Bang one time at a wedding, but I wonder, like, maybe, you know, I might start squeaking that stuff in. But I'm just irritated. I'm with you guys. I'm just irritated that just the new stuff, the new songs, nothing really is hitting the dance floor. And I don't know. I'm hoping this summer something, but you know how it is. Like, even a good summer tune needs a little bit of time to cook in order to, like, work on the dance floor. Unless they're, you know, people are dead set and stuck and listening to radio, they're going to miss out on that. But I think a lot of people aren't really listening to radio as much anymore. I know I do. When I get in the car, I plug in my phone and I put on podcasts or I listen to Spotify. I rarely listen to the radio. So what does that mean? It means even as a DJ, I'm sort of saying, I only want to listen to stuff that I like right now, right? And I'm older, okay? I'm over 40, so I'm stuck in the 2000s era. That shit works for me. When I pop that on, I want the windows down. I want to sing it out. That makes me happy. And I do want to listen to radio to catch top 40, to pick up new songs. I try to listen to trends on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. I don't know. What are you guys seeing out there? What's going on? No, oh wait, no, that was the wrong comment. It was this one. It was not all of them. Not all of those on the list. I think they were wrong about it. And like I'm saying, it's not that Uptown Funk doesn't work. It's that it just needs to a break maybe. You know, because I've never played Uptown Funk and it didn't work. Everybody loves it, but I think it's getting to the eye roll phase. We're like, oh, yeah. But here's the thing. I think if you play it earlier in the night, it's all right. That's one of, like, my first songs I play, if I play. It's a really early song where you got all the grandmas out there, and you know, it's like, all right, we just want to ease into it. It's a little foreplay. I think Uptown Funk is our foreplay song. Alan, thank you so much for the super chat. We need a list of 20 bangers from you, please. Oh. 20 bangers. Let's see. Like right now? I feel obligated because you paid me. Okay. I'll say this, and let me take that banner off real quick so that doesn't stay up there. I'll irritate me. Last wedding for sure. That Cascada, Every Time We Touch. That's gonna be that song went off so hard. Trying to think of stuff that maybe you guys aren't thinking of. I will say this. I've been playing, if I get a good young crowd, I'll do a quick ratchet hip-hop set. Quick mixing, though. Not a lot of it. Where I'll do, like, No Hands. I'll do Mo Bamba. Okay? And then I I'm pretty close to cutting that out after the oh, fuck, shit, bitch, or I don't know if that was the right order, but after that I kind of because the that and I'll do that. So that's been working. Oh, I liked I like to change up the slow dance songs. I try to stay away from like Perfect. So at my last wedding, for the older guests, I played. The opening song was that Alicia Keys song. Some people want it all. What song is that? Da, 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 da. You know the song? I don't know the title. So I played that, and then I played Justin Bieber's Lifetime as a slow dance. So maybe like just freshen those up. You don't always have to play Ed Sheeran or, Elvis. And Tennessee Whiskey is a good one here in town. Plus, it's also a nice 4-minute song. And so that's a good killer. What other bangers am I dropping? Okay, so doing a pop punk set. If you're gonna do Mr. Brightside, like an all American Rejects, Dirty Little Secret has been working, and just there you go. There's some off the top of my head. If I ain't got you, thank you. You only got that because of my singing. Maybe I'll get picked up here. Maybe I'll get a record deal. Somebody sign this motherfucker. What's my G-spot song? Okay, I'll tell you this. My G-spot song at a wedding dance, like not me personally. Maybe I'll tell you guys that in a second. What's my G-spot song? Damn it. I'll think about that. You know what? Maybe Yellow Brick Road. That sounds lame as hell, but I fucking love that. When that comes on, that's my summer, windows down, sunroof up, just sing every goddamn word, even though some of the words, I don't know what they are. Because Elton is always like mumbling shit and changing the way things sound. But my go-to G-spot song on a dance floor, and I tell my couples this, is the song that they weren't expecting, but I kind of came up with. So let's say they give me their list, and I'm reading the room, and I feel like you're dialed in. There's nothing better when they're in the palm of my hands, right? So you got them in the palm of your hands, and then you pull something out of the bag, and you drop it, and you just kind of see everybody just going, oh shit, I wasn't expecting this song at a wedding. And it's even better if you mix it in like a badass motherfucker. You do that, you will win them over, and I feel like the request count goes down. I know that's been happening. Like sometimes I have less people come up and bothering me when things are going really well, when everyone's dancing and I'm mixing well, because I think that they're thinking like, I'm not going to fuck up this guy's vibe. The younger people, at least. The older people don't give a shit. I have it all on video. Another tip, I really like this. I recorded my entire dance set on, where is it? Yeah, right here. On the 360 camera. My entire set I recorded, and I just put record and it just recorded the whole thing. It'll go 30 minutes at a time, stop, pick up, record again. And that was kind of cool going through, and I found some content, upload that on Instagram. But it's fun to go back and watch and see things happen as well. So I highly recommend this thing, just for the fact that you can really capture some cool stuff. Go back, listen to what you did, and get better or whatever. But that's my G-spot song. What are you guys saying here? What are you saying here, Matthew? Don't sleep on All My Life. That song still gets people. Oh, yes. Yeah, like nothing like a nice little R&B set, right? Again, don't overdo it, but maybe like lean into it with Return of the Mac just to kind of see like, hey, just gently. And if that goes over, yeah, a little Boys to Men, or the song that always gets mixed up with Boys to Men, that I swear, I think everyone thinks that Boys to Men sang that song. And now I'm going to blank on it's like a, all right, help me out, guys. I swear. Who did that one? The song from Just Friends. That always cracks me up. Shit! Fuck. I don't remember. But it's not Boys to Men. Yeah, All for One. Better than you. All for One. Yeah, a nice little... Oh, we got the right spelling here, too. Thank you, Michael. You know, I'm just testing you guys. I know all this shit. I'm just trying to keep you engaged. It's like that fucking Twitter trend that's going on right now. Like, search the keyboard between the T and L. Have you guys seen that fucking shit? It's like, if you want to be shocked, you know, they'll put some picture of a thought or whatever up, and they'll be like, you want to see the leaks, type in or see what's in between a T and L, and that's basically just for fucking engagement. It's because if you hit reply, it's the only way you can get your keyboard up, and so by doing that, it's engagement farming, which is what is happening on Twitter a lot. But I'm trying to do that right here. The clean edit, yeah, mine's clean too. I have both. It just depends on who's out there. If it's later and I got all the youngies out there, I'll go the dirty. But it's a little bit more fun with the dirty. Or no, I'm sorry, with the clean, because the clean like blurts it out and then you get the whole crowd yelling that out. They just love that shit. Do you guys play that? You can't play that at a high school party, right? Because if you did, they're all gonna shout it out and you are going to get in so much trouble. And why is that our fault? Again, another situation where the DJ just has to eat shit. It's not our fault. I played a song, I blurted out. Your people sang out the dirty words. That's not my fault. I'm best spot for my music right now. Okay, so I just re-signed up for BeatSource again. And here's the reason why. I re-signed up for BeatSource because I'm back on Serato, and I want offline crates so that for requests that I don't have in my library. Now here's the only problem is that I feel like the BeatSource library isn't as vast as like Tidal or Spotify, and so some of those, you know, especially like here in the Midwest, like some of those country songs, like the slower ones, a Luke Combs song, are not on BeatSource, so it kind of doesn't help me. But it does have the DJ edits. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit pissed at how much Tidal was charging just to connect back to Serato. I think that's kind of bullshit. I mean, I get it, but BeatSource is doing that now too. And so is what's the other one? BeatSource. What's the other one? It's another Beat one, but they're doing that too. They're like charging you extra now in order to integrate with your DJ software. I don't know. They're just holding us. They know they got us. This is bullshit. Okay, let's get to our hot topic today. That was a nice little half-hour rant. You're welcome. Anybody else here want me to say hi? Let me know. Okay, so you pay, what'd you say here, Stevie? You pay $20 for Tidal monthly? Yeah. Oh, I didn't finish that. So besides BeatSource, I'm also on VIP DJ and DMS. Those are my two record pools. And I switched over to VIP DJ because they had a lot of stuff. They had a lot of edits and a lot of music I was looking for. I know Bar Bangers is another good one. And so is Heavy Hits is not bad. But those are the two record pools I'm in. And then I'm going to try BeatSource for a little bit, see if I like it. If not, I'll jump out, go back to Tidal. Only because, like I said, Tidal's going to... I only need it for those, you know, obscure songs that Dad came up to me and asked me for. And I'd rather load it into Serato and be able to listen to it and, you know, try to mix it if I can, than, you know, play it off of Spotify and then it's not EQ'd right. It's the volume could be off, all that good stuff. Club Killers is a good one. And I know that Club Killers has my boy Even Steve on there, and he's got some of my favorite mixes. So if you're looking for like that kind of stuff, and that was a question that maybe we should do that. We'll do that next. I'll just briefly talk about this. One of you guys asked me in the last stream about doing pre-made mixes, doing DJ edits, you know, like maybe like a 15-minute pre-done. Is that kosher? Is that cool to do at a wedding? I'm not gonna tell you no. I've done this. I have a 9-minute version of Fireball that mixes into Hips Don't Lie, and then dips down into Despacito. And I used to play that shit all the time at weddings, and it would kill. It would work. It was just the right amount, and it just like this nice little Latin flavor, and then it would, you know, drop down to Despacito, the Justin Bieber version, and then everybody's kind of like, you know, kind of dry humping on the dance floor, which is what we want. So I've done that many times. That's a nice little 9-minute break. There's nothing wrong with that. I would use that, to go, yeah, exactly. Go pee. Gotta have a little pee break. You know what's interesting? I love how bands will take a 10-minute break. All right, everybody, we'll be back in 10 minutes. And then just leave. I think I've mentioned this before. I would really love, I think a DJ should do that. Now, if you're an East Coaster or West Coaster where your dance is only like an hour and a half, 2 hours, no, you can't. You're not allowed. That's nothing. Those are rookie numbers. But when you're stuck in the fucking Midwest with 7-hour weddings and 3-hour dance sets, yeah, I'd like a nice little 10-minute break. It would be nice. And there's just no way I could pull that off. There's no way. That'd be awesome, though. I wonder what the reaction would be like. All right, guys, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Just grab my water and just head off and just leave. I mean, have you guys ever done that? Has anybody ever taken a legitimate break at a wedding? Like, you just stopped and you were like, done. I know, bro. It's bullshit. Okay, so the only reason why my weddings are 7 hours is because I've limited my hours. That is the shortest that we'll do here is 7. I was on a call last night, and I was telling them that they want me for the reception only, and I'm giving them 5 hours for that. And I could see people when I mentioned this kind of giving me the, oh, God, 5 hours, that's not enough. I'm like, it's plenty. It's plenty. But for some reason out here, it is definitely a reason why I'd want to move out to the East Coast. I mean, even my buddy, his weddings are done at he tells me on Saturdays, weddings are over at 9:30. I know a lot of that's the venues. And somebody just asked why. The reason why weddings are so long here, I think, is because the venues give the couples their entire venue from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. 12 hours. They're giving them the whole venue. And I think they just think, well, we'll just use up all the time. This is the asshole I was just talking about. Listen, you got no room, Kev, okay? Because he's a Pittsburgher. He's out there doing 9:30 weddings. He's out there doing hour and a half dance sets, and that's it. He's home at 10, feet up on the couch, watching the Buccos, watching the Pirates play, who started off strong and suck again. 7-hour wedding coming up. Is it stressing you out? Because this is normal here. It's normal here for 4 o'clock ceremony, 11 o'clock end. And so how does that usually go? 4 to 4:30 is the ceremony. Then 4:30 to about 6 is cocktails. And then 6:30 is dinner. And then you do dessert, speeches, all during that. I try to get the dance at least going at 8. Sometimes wedding planners will send it over to me like, oh, the first dance is at 7:30. And I go, no, because they want to be over at 11, so we're going to push that to 8. So it's typically here, almost every wedding I do is an 8 to 11 dance. 3 hours. 3 hours. Anything under that is just like a nice little, a little treat. Nice little treat for your boy. Sometimes we get a little started later and it'll go 8:30 to 11. I did do a 4-hour last year. I have a 4-hour that just hit my timeline. But luckily, I get out of that because I tell them, you're over my hours, so you got to dial it back. And that happened twice so far this year. And I told them, yeah, they'll back it up, and so we stay within our hours. But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Brian says, in North Carolina, 4 to 10. So they're over at 10. And that's the thing. Like, I just talked to a couple. They're doing a Sunday. And the Monday isn't a day off for everybody. It's not a holiday. And so I had to reassure them you're probably going to want your wedding over at around 9 because so people can get home safe and go to work the next day. And I said, just because your wedding is over early doesn't mean it's not going to be good. It doesn't mean that. And you guys are a testimony of that when you do these weddings. And I don't know how to change things out here. I know 4 hours is crazy, right? That's a play out the whole... That is a not very much quick mix wedding. You're giving me a 4-hour set. The first hour I'll quick mix, and then we're just gonna ride things out. And honestly, no 4-hour dance I've ever done has made it that long. Like, I've had to do it that long, but usually there's like 8 people left. The guests have had enough. And as much as I try to talk people out of it, some of them listen, some of them don't. I hear a lot of, we're a dance group. Everybody likes to party. And it's like, all right. Not for 4 goddamn hours. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything for 4 hours. Even something I like. I don't want to do that for 4 hours. So I push now, keep it tight, party all night. Kevin actually helped me out here. He sent me a video clip of, I use it in every one of my consultations now. It's of a dance party that went 4 hours, and it's just totally dead. You basically he has the bride and groom on the dance floor, and they're kind of swaying. The lights are on, and then it's amazing. One of the caterers or one of the people working at the venue just walks past carrying a trash bag, right? And I'm like, I'm commenting on it as it's happening. I'm like, all right, so there you are. You're the only 2 on the dance floor. One of the caterers is walking by with the garbage bag, and he follows the garbage bag lady to all their friends are on the floor, like cleaning up the tables and wrapping up the flowers. And I'll say, and there they are. All your friends are cleaning up all the shit. And then Kevin pans down to his computer, and it's like 10:55. So I'm like, and it's not even 11 o'clock. And they're shocked. They're shocked. Their faces are shocked on the Zoom call. I'm like, we don't want this, right? And they're like, yeah, we don't want this. I'm like, okay, if you don't want this, then work your timeline 2 to 3 hours. So that goes well, but I'll tell you what ends up screwing us in the end. It's the venue, and sometimes it's the wedding planners, and a lot of times, nothing against these people, but it's the photographers. So here's why it's their fault, but not their fault. When they have that early day, that early ceremony, that 4 o'clock, that 3 o'clock ceremony, that means the photographer's day has started at like 9 a.m. And they only have them for a certain amount of hours. So then they're only staying till 7 o'clock, which means if you want to get any dance footage, you got to start your dance at 7. And then the venue gives you the venue till midnight. So they're like, oh, we'll just dance till the end of the night. And the wedding planners are like, that's fine. That's not a big deal. Yeah, just dance. Because I feel like a lot of wedding planners are just trying to get everything done so that they're done and they dump the rest of the night on us. Okay. Aaron preaching. Can I get an amen out there from my people as my camera tracks around? I just need like a towel right now. Let me hear you out there, congregation. Tell me. These weddings are too goddamn long. I'm sweating my balls up here giving me a 5-hour fucking dance. I don't know what y'all thinking, but we ain't doing this no more. No, sir. Pass that bucket around. Thank you, brother. Pass that bucket. Thank you, sister. That's a little light, but I know you're struggling right now. So they're fucking us a little bit. And I can tell because they're the ones that always send me the timeline first. And a lot of times I kind of like roll my eyes. I know like, oh, here we go. Here it comes, the timeline. And I take a look and I always see it. 5 minutes for everything. And then at the end, it's like, 8 o'clock to midnight dance. And I got to tell them like, all right, here we go. I gotta tell them that this is a bad idea. It's our job to do that. Oh, you like my little preaching rant? Yes, 100%. I tell them that. Leave them wanting more. I always say, like, you want your crowd screaming, one more song, not no more songs. And that happens. I see it every time. And now we're doing our last song of the night, and there's like 8 people. And that sucks. There are some photographers care beyond that. Venues care if they're making bar money. Yeah, it's true, but then I noticed, so the venue people like that, but the bartenders don't. Everybody wants to go home. Everybody wants to go home. And so I feel that energy. We feel that, and honestly, like, our job doesn't really kick in until it's like dancing time, right? Now, we're doing very important things up until then, but really, the end of the night is all on us. And I feel like everybody sort of sighs relief, like, and we're done. It's all that now. It's all on this guy's fault. I don't care how much fucking time he has. Well, I do, because you're leaving me a real challenge to try to engage people for 4 hours with music. It's a challenge. It really is, to keep them entertained. And basically, that's what we're doing. We are entertaining them with music because you're playing the songs they want to hear so that they dance for 4 goddamn hours. It's a challenge. It's one that it's hard to do. I know some of you guys do that, especially out in like Europe. Holy shit. We can't even get into that. What you guys do out there. What you guys are doing out there is crazy. Oh, yeah, exactly. So then we're blamed that no one's there at the end. But here's the thing. If you prep them with the fact that this might happen, and this is what I do. I go, look, you guys have me for this time. If this is how you want to utilize me, if this is how you want to use me, fine. I'm giving you a pre-warning here today that there's a possibility that once we get later in the night and we get past that 3 hour that we start to dip. How do you guys want to play that? And I sort of offer them a couple of things. I say, one thing we can do is I'll check in with you. If it looks like we're down to the last bit of people and you don't want this to fizzle out with no one on the dance floor, how do you feel about we wrap up a little early just so we have a good ending? And 9 out of 10 of them go, let's do that, Aaron. So now it's like, okay, it's planned that we're going to go late like that. But if the party dies, which I know it will, then we can get out, I'll check in. Hey, how you guys feeling? You want to ride this out? We got about another 45 minutes of dancing, and I got about 11 people left. How do you want this thing to end? Do you want to go right now, or do we want to dip down to the last 6, right? And it's not our fault. This isn't our fault. Not for a 4-hour dance. And even 3 hours is pushing it. I feel like the best dances ever are 2.5. Yes. I'm using the Pocket 3 right now. It's kind of cool, right? Isn't it kind of cool that it's following me around? I'm happy with it so far. It does landscape, it does vertical, it has a nice little screen there. And so basically what you do is I have it in selfie mode and I push and hold my face and it's tracking me. So as I move around, it's kind of going around, but I feel like I'm in a Michael Bay movie. Just constantly action shot. Stay on him. He's over there. Okay. Especially with all these planned send-offs now too. I've had to cancel the send-offs because we had 10 people left. Yeah. My next couple weddings I have, they want to do the private dance. So I feel like maybe that trend is picking up this year. And I don't know if maybe there's more and more of those videos on TikTok of people seeing that. I like the private dance. I don't mind it. Doesn't annoy me. I think this nice moment that they can have together, anything like that they can have, I think is great. I would want that with my wife. I think that's a really, I've been a part of so many of them. They're really sweet. You get everybody out, and I always tell people okay, so let's end about 15 minutes early when we were typically. So I give them 15 minutes, and I always tell the guests before I play the last song, hey, here's the last song, but I just need everybody to know as soon as I'm done, everybody please just step outside for one more song so they can have a private dance. I promise you're allowed to come back in afterwards, but let's do that quickly so they can have this moment. So the only thing, though, is, again, with the photographer gone, they don't get any of these captured, so I usually snap a pic. I kind of secretly go around. I try to dip out, too, but I'll snap a couple pictures. And then if you guys are looking for an idea to how to get a review at the end, 3 days later, or I look and see how active they are on Instagram. If they're posting a lot, if they're talking a lot about their wedding, then I'll hit them up. I'll send them that picture I took for their private dance and then go, hey guys, it was a great night. Here's my Google review. And I've many times had people immediately in that moment hit me up with the review right there. So always send them something. I always like to give a little gift. Here's a gift. Here, I'm giving you this. You give me 5 stars. I like that. Yeah, I agree. I like the private dance. It's a nice little send-off for them. Well, here's what I don't like, and I have this coming up. I don't like the couple leaving a half hour early, kind of taking off, and then 30 more minutes of dancing. I don't like that. And I don't know if that's an old school thing. I know when you watch an older movie, they always fascinate me when I watch how weddings work in old movies. But they'll get in the car and they'll drive off with the cans attached, just married. And it's in the middle of the goddamn day. When's that happening? Are they just going home to fuck? And then they come back to the dance, or what's going on there? You guys, that I know you've been DJing for over 30, 40 years. What was that? Where'd they go? Did they just leave? And so what I've seen, I've done this 1 or 2 times where the couple has left before the official end of the wedding. One time, they didn't even want me to announce it. They just wanted to, they know they're leaving. So I played their last song. Like, they're like, here's our last song, Aaron, and then ride it out. They wanted me to play for another 30 minutes. Thanks, everybody, for being here. 63 people. Jesus, that's awesome. They wanted me to keep playing for like another half hour. And I was like, yeah, you know what, guys? I feel like it's almost like New Year's Eve wedding. Like, after we've kissed and, you know, sung the da-da-da-da-da, you know, we've done that. Let me drop two big hype bangers, and then that's kind of it. People are sort of over it. If you're going to leave and everybody knows, oh, the bride and groom is gone, why the fuck are they going to stay till the end? Why would they want to stay to the end of the night? I've had, what'd you say here? I've had couples stop in the middle of a packed floor to do a fake set. Oh, man. That's probably just for pictures, right? I hate that too. I can't stand the fake sparkler send-off. It is just such a mood killer. It is so hard to get the energy back up or to get people excited to dance after they've sort of pretended that the night is over. What a bullshit. If you're going to do a sparkler send-off, pay to keep your photographer there to the end of the night. I said it. Pay to just keep them there. That's just... did I tell you guys that story of how I had to do that one time? I had to shoot it. I think I did. It was a wedding last year. They did a sparkler send-off. Photographer was gone. And I'm like, what are we doing this for? Let me explain. I don't want to overdo it, but basically it was, they went outside to do a sparkler send-off. They weren't really leaving. They weren't sending off. It wasn't a send-off. And there was no photographer to film it, to shoot it. So I said, the hell are we doing this for? And I ended up shooting it. I did it. I got my phone out there and I was filming. I was directing. All right, get lined up. Let's light them up. All right, you guys. All right, I didn't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm usually wrapping cables during that shit. So I'm like, okay, let's have you guys walk through. And I don't know. Everyone cheer, and I filmed it. And I was like, all right, go back. Walk through again. I'll kiss you at the end. And you know, I'll kiss you. To come on over here. And then, you know, kiss each other, and I'll shoot it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Trying to get all that. Sparkler send-off is bullshit. The fake one. The real one is fun as hell. I like the real one. Do it at the right time. Do it at the right time. Oh, Jesus. I had to shoot the Cold Spark exit because the photographer... Listen, guys, I don't want to say this, but we're the goddamn heroes of these events, aren't we? Hit that like button if you agree. We're the heroes of these events. And you know what, Brian? Honestly, bro, shout out to you, because here's the deal. Part-time DJ, no offense, or hired DJ, I feel like would struggle with feeling like that's my job. And I'm not saying anything against those guys, but for you to step in and do that, kudos to you, man. Anytime you guys see a need and you step in and you do it, even if you're not paid to do it, even if it's an unsung moment, I think that goes a lot. And you know what? That is self-rewarding. For me, maybe no one saw it. I told you guys that story in one of the gig logs about how they were playing that tribute video for the bride's father who had passed away early. She was a young kid too. It's devastating. So what they did was, when he was really sick, they filmed at their house her having a dance with her dad. And then they played at the wedding. Tear jerk, dude. I mean, I couldn't even watch it. It was really hard to watch. And they wanted me to play this, but they didn't bring any of the adapters. Nothing. And they were telling me this plan, and I was thinking to myself, like, these guys, they don't have AV knowledge. They don't understand. I'm going to bring everything I got to make sure we can make this happen. And I did. And when I showed up, sure enough, they just hand me a laptop with nothing else. There's a projector there with none of the right adapters because it was all USB-C. I had the right connectors. I had the HDMI cable. I'm in their room all by myself for half an hour, setting it up, testing out. No one knew. It just happened, right? So shout out to you guys for taking those extra steps. And honestly, it makes you feel good at the end of the night. And then I can brag about it on a live stream a year later. We are the life of the parties. 100%. 100%. How's my assistant? That's this week. Wedding's on Saturday. This upcoming Saturday I was off. So last Saturday was my last Saturday off till November. And I don't know how you guys are looking, but I don't want to look at it that way. I think I have maybe one off in July, like July 4th weekend I'm off, but pretty much that was the last one I had. Michael says the photographer starts with the bride and her partner getting ready. Yeah, 9 a.m. Time starts. Most people don't want to pay. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not blaming the photographer. It's not their fault. It's the timeline's fault. It's the timeline's fault. If they did everything from 6 to 11, then they could keep the photographer there the whole night. And you could get them to get these getting ready pictures. You could do a first look and it wouldn't fuck up the whole night. So I'm not blaming the photographers. It's not their fault. Because if they're there at 9, why the hell should they stay there for 12 hours? I'm only there for 7. So I feel them. I feel them. And it's, but then at the end of the day, it hurts us because then we gotta, do everything early. Yes, that's the whole reason why I did that. I'm going to clip that part out and just send it to the world. All right? I need to be liked. Like me. Okay. Let me show you guys this crazy ass story that happened here. And I don't know if you've heard about it because good old Minnesota, always in the news. Always in the news, Minnesota. It is a shit show here, bro. This wedding venue closes suddenly and leaves brides scrambling and out of thousands of dollars. So this happened this week. I want to say maybe on Sunday or Saturday this happened. You guys have maybe even seen the TikTok that went around. I'll show it to you right here. Here it is.
My name is Caitlin Stahlberger, and we were supposed to get married at Circle B Wedding and Event Center in Isanti, Minnesota in less than 2 weeks, so on May 4th of 2024 here, and we just got an email that they effectively immediately closed the venue. And so we have nowhere to go and not getting our money back. So if anyone knows of anything in the Isanti, Minnesota, in that area, because our church is in Ham Lake, please let us know.
Oh God. So just like she said, now this TikTok went viral, as you can even see the numbers. I think it's gone up even more than that. It's in the millions of views and shares. And this is a huge thing going on here in the state. It's all over all the wedding sites, all the Facebook groups. And the reason is because they basically just said, they sent an email, said we're closed effective immediately. Let me show it to you. And by the way, take a look. This is now, it's national news. And this is where I'm going to say this is bad for business, not just for venues, but for all of us. This is going to fuck us, I think. And I'm going to tell you why. But basically that girl even wrote here that they paid them $11,500. So fully paid and not getting a refund. What's happened here is that this venue also deleted their website, deleted all their socials, have gone completely dark on people. And here's their statement that they made. It is no longer possible to maintain the business in the current economic environment. The change in the economy, proliferation of new wedding venues in the market, and most importantly, increased costs have forced the management to make the difficult decision to close the historic venue. This is their statement. For those of you that have upcoming weddings, we are truly sorry, but unfortunately, we will be unable to accommodate your special event. We understand that this news will not only be disheartening to many of you and your families, but for many of you, this will Why the hell is this in brackets? This will be devastating for your plans. For that, we are truly sorry. P.S. Nobody is available to take calls or emails. They like evaporated off the face of the earth. This is the statement. This is the email that brides got, that this girl got, and many, many other got. Just, she is getting married in a couple weeks. It's like, it's over. It's done. Now, while everybody was freaking out before I read that statement, I almost was like, hold on. Let's find out what happened here first before we all go. Maybe somebody fucking died. And before we all jump on their ass, let's get the story straight before we end up looking like a bunch of assholes here. Because sometimes that happens also. That would happen in my case. If I die, my company is done. It's over. So all those brides don't have me as their DJ. Now, what I do have in plan, and Amy and I have chatted about this, if something happens to me, everybody gets their deposit back. That's just what we're going to do. It's referred to as a deposit retainer. It's there. I have it in a bank account, so it doesn't bankrupt us, but we'll use my life insurance policy, whatever, to cover all that. That's the right thing to do. These guys are not doing the right thing. They've deleted everything. They've went off the face of the earth. They're not giving out refunds. It's basically like, sorry, it's over, unplug, walk away. Now, here's what's really, really fucked up about this. They own another venue in town also. And that venue is still operating as normal. What's going on? And also, as news keeps coming out, there's some civil lawsuits against these people. They're trying to sell one of the other venues. So like I said earlier, when I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, which I still think we should do in situations like this. Like, hold on, let's give them the benefit. And then when you react and respond this way, now it's time to drop some shit. Now it's time to be upset. All right. Here's the other thing I thought. That response that they made here, is anybody else, especially this part here, is anybody else getting AI vibes from this? Especially those goddamn brackets. Either it was drawn up by a lawyer, which I doubt, because if they're broke, there's no way in hell that they hired a lawyer to write this up. I think this is AI, and I'm going to test this theory with you right now. We're going to go to AI. Let's take a peek at AI. And it's right here. All right. Let's make sure you guys can see it. There it is on my end. We're on good old chat GPT. Let's see. There it is. Let's write a message to chat GPT on AI here. Let's see. Write me an email message to brides that my wedding venue is closing effective immediately. I just misspelled that. All right, let's see what AI comes up with. Here we go. This is great. Oh, it's long. Holy shit. Okay, let's see if this is better or similar. Dear brides, I hope this message finds you well. It is with a heavy heart that I write to inform you of some unfortunate news regarding our beloved wedding venue blank. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we regret to inform you that blank will be closing its doors effective immediately. This decision was not made lightly, and we understand the impact it may have on your wedding plans. Please accept our sincerest apologies for any inconveniences may cause. Hold on a second. This shit is better than what they came up with. This feels more human than what they wrote. Because here we are, there's actually an apology here. There's a sorry for the inconvenience. Look at this. Here are the next steps we are taking to assist you. Refunds, number 1. We will be issuing full refunds for any deposits or payments made towards your booking. Our team will reach out to you individually to initiate the refund process. Holy shit. This is the right way to handle it, right? Are you guys like, Okay, just so you know, I didn't test this out. I didn't try this out beforehand. I wanted to do it live to literally get this reaction. How crazy is this? This AI response is better than what this venue did. Alternative options. We understand the urgency of finding an alternative venue for your wedding. Our team is dedicated to providing you with the recommendations and assistance in finding a new venue that meets your needs and preferences. Support. Number 3. Our staff is here to support you during this transition period. Whether you need assistance with finding a new venue, advice on vendors, or simply someone to talk to, we are here to help you any way I can. Oh my God. Oh my God. One more time. We sincerely apologize for any stress or inconvenience this announcement may cause you. Please know that we are committed to making this transition as seamless as possible. You know what? I can't believe it. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Even AI knows the right thing to do is refund everybody's money. So what it's telling me here in this situation is, I'm guessing if they could, they would. But what I'm assuming, okay? Now, this is all allegedly, is that we're going to be dealing with some mishandling of funds. Because here's what I don't understand. If I knew I was going out of business next year, it just wasn't making sense for me financially. I wanted to do something else. I can ride out. I don't have to stop. I have enough money coming in this year to cover all my costs and some. So how is this possible for a venue making tens of thousands of dollars to not be able to at least ride out the year unless they got a lot of money riding in Vegas? Unless someone's hitting up the whorehouse. What's going on? If you don't got money set aside for this kind of thing, especially as a venue, I can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around the fact that they can't keep taking the money that people owe them and are capable of running the rest of the year. Unless they are so in the red that just being open on a wedding day with thousands of dollars, they're losing money. But that just sounds like they don't know what they're doing. If they don't start refunding people, people will start... Well, they already are, and I would too. I would be pissed off. If I paid somebody $12,000 for my venue, and they basically were just like, sorry. We're going to go work at our other venue and take care of business over there. It's unbelievable. Aaron, you can say, did you write this? No, that was AI right there. That happened in the moment with you guys. Like that was there. That was there. Yes, refunds. If I fuck up, if something happens to me, everybody's getting their money back. All right. I have one more thing to talk about with this situation, and we'll wrap up. As this was going on, here, I'm going to star your question, Mike, so that I get back to it, because I will answer that. If I don't, remind me. Well, okay. I get so distracted, you guys. Shit. Oh. When this was happening, I told Amy, we're going to see a couple of things happen here. It can't be helped, but this is how this is going to go. It's going to start out really good and noble, and everybody's going to be like, let's all, bond together and make this right. And then I said, and then it won't take long for the vultures to come out. And it'll be even shorter before all the GoFundMes start popping up. And like a Swami, like the Johnny Carson character, what was his name? The Great Swami or something? Where he would tear the envelope? I'm right. Why? Because of human nature. Because we're kind of assholes. Aren't we? We're kind of assholes. And it did. It started off with let's rally together. Let's help these guys find venues. Let's help them, get, and that was it. And everybody was like, oh, I'm warm and fuzzies. And then it started turning into the blood in the water. Venues out there. Oh shit. There's a lot of brides out there who don't have a venue. Let's make some money. But I wasn't expecting this, although I kind of was. We are in disbelief to learn about Circle B and what those couples are going through. We want to do our part and help any way we can. This is why we are offering any couple affected by this disgusting act 40% off any DJ services based on our availability. We still have some dates open in 2025. Oh, Christ. Is it just me? I saw this as, come on, dude. They didn't lose their DJ. They lost the venue. They got it, their DJ. They just got to move to another spot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I blocked it out so you couldn't see who this was. Come on, man. Look at all those fucking dates, too. There's a lot of dates in June. This vultures. I labeled this vultures. All right? Don't be this guy. I just, this is shit. This is shitty, I think. Right? No offense. Maybe trying to hustle, but it's coming across as shitty, to me at least. I think that's, you know, the DJ's the last thing that they're going to have a problem with. They got that booked, right? It just felt like you smelled blood in the water, and I'm going for it. Under the guise of this altruistic, I'm trying to be a good guy here. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. That's shitty. And then, I swear to God, today, I was on some of the sites, and boom, all the GoFundMes are popping up for the couples. You all heard what happened. They lost their money. Let's get a GoFundMe. Here we go. Here we go. And guess what? I just lost interest in all this shit after that happened. I just lost interest. Because now it's turning into a shit show. Just like the name of my show. Right? Would you guys do that? I don't know, man. I just feel like it's the wrong move. It's the wrong move. Likely have an always on 40% off. Also, it's just it's so thirsty. Exactly, Hairspray. Fucking ambulance chasers. Yep. I don't. No, I think that was the wrong move. It's a bad look. It's a bad look for that company. Even one of the comments underneath there would like flame the guys like, oh, they lost their venue, not their DJ. And you know, he was like, yeah, well, some people might have. I'm just trying to do my part. I'm just trying to do my part. That's fine. I don't give a shit. It's fine. I mean, look, if you know, you know. All right? You put it out there, I'm putting it out there. I didn't put his name out there, but I'm just saying, like, I knew it. I told Amy, I laughed. I screenshotted that and I showed her like, I told you, the fucking vultures. And even some of the venues are coming off a little strong too. Some of the venues are coming off a little strong. Like they're all jumping in. Like every venue. We are heartbroken. No, you're not. Come on. Let's be real. You're not heartbroken. You're seeing some money. And if you're a venue and you still have a Saturday open this wedding season, there's a reason. These people are probably going to get their money back. There's going to be a class action lawsuit that goes against them. Same thing happened with that Glosser photography scandal that happened last year. Very similar thing. Huge photography business here in Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and I think that was it. Just our three states. Very similar thing where they just closed, told everybody we're out, we're done, and took everybody's money and left. Well, the follow-up for that is they had a class action lawsuit and they went bankrupt. But, and I like this, if you go bankrupt, that doesn't mean that you get out of your civil charges or whatever it is. And so they settled on an $850,000 settlement that they had to pay back all their couples and everybody, and not just couples, but they did school photos and everything. And that was fucking crazy. So these guys are in a lot of trouble. Especially, it just blows my mind that they still have another venue. And that venue is now getting, obviously they're getting attacked for being out there. It's crazy, guys. Crazy. All right. I'll take a couple questions and then I'll go if you guys have any for today. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. 76 here. Hit that like button before you head out. Thanks for watching. Gig log is I'm gonna shoot a gig log this week with the assistant, and next Thursday. So I won't do a show on Wednesday because of Midwest DJ Live. But next Thursday at 7 p.m., the great and incredible DJ Rachel Lynch is going to be on the DJ Shit Show. I'm going to have her on, and I want to talk about virtual DJ. I'm going to try to get her to talk me into it. That's my plan. We'll have some fun. We'll chat with her. So come ready for those. And if anybody else has any questions, I'll take them. Otherwise, we'll bounce today. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out, all the engagement, all the questions. Appreciate the super chat I got early. Oh, shit. My starred question. Okay, thanks. I just remembered that because I had started. How do I handle refunds and cancellations? Yeah, me too. She's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It'll be a good time. How do I handle... let me put this up here so you guys can see it. Okay, how do I handle refunds? I've only had like 2 cancellations so far. No refunds. I haven't anybody been like, that was the worst night of our life and want their money back. Haven't dealt with that. So luckily that's... My philosophy though is just give them the money back. Just give it back and move on. I don't give a shit what my contract says. I just give it back and just go to the next one. It's not worth the headache. Even if I'm right, even if I have every justification to not pay them back, whatever. Just I just want to move past it. So cancellations though, they don't get their money back. I tell them during Zoom calls, hey, it's a non-refundable deposit because I'm holding on to your date and I'm not letting anybody else have it. So that money is sort of money lost for depending on the situation too. So if it's a breakup, I keep the cancellation. If it's a tragedy, like something horrific happened to one of the couple or whatever, I will refund their money. You know why? Because that's the nice thing to do. At least that's what I think. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. You had one more here. Oh, Daniel said, you mentioned before about long dancing. Can you not suggest breaking up dancing to your bride and groom's breaking up? You mean like breaking up the dance set? Well, yeah. I mean, I try to talk them out of that as much as I can. Like, please don't do this. If they are doing it, a lot of times they also will have a dollar dance, a bouquet toss, anniversary dance, shoe game. So they have like extra events in there. And so, or even like that fake sparkler send off. Like I have this happening later this year where it's the same deal where they're like, no, we want a long dance, but we're going to break for the fake send off. We're going to do all this. So like those events will help with it. But ultimately it's just kind of, I hope that, and I've noticed this too, the longer I've been doing it and the more trust I build with the couples, they're now starting to like, okay, Aaron, we trust you. Let's do it your way. It's usually the wedding planners I gotta fight against here. DJ One Chance, what's the best way to market yourself to get more weddings? What do you use? Marketing for me right now is word of mouth, relationships. Anytime I go to a new venue, I make sure to meet the venue manager, who's in charge, hand them my card, be respectful, follow the house rules, joke around with them, kick ass. And 9 times out of 10, they'll throw you on their list because they're looking for a DJ that knows what they're doing because there's so many out there that don't. So that's my best marketing tool, past clients. I'm doing some Google ads right now. I've been running for about a month and a half and getting some clicks and some leads. So that's been all right. Other than that, just trying to keep Instagram alive, interesting. Post anything you can there, some mixes. I'll do some reels, try to do something funny, post stuff from your events. Let couples see that you're active, you know what you're doing. They'll catch your vibe. I just got a lead. I just turned down 5 weddings in the last 2 days because I'm already booked. There are still people looking for October, And they basically said, we found your website. So, you know, you got to have a nice, clean website, I think, too. If it looks dated, and now I had specifically a couple hit me up saying, Aaron, you had one of the nicest websites we encountered that, you know, spoke to us. Make sure if you have a website, it looks good on the phone. You've got it, you know, clean and not too wordy. I will say that. Just think about your experience on a website, you know, scrolling through, not too wordy. So those are things that I'm doing that's helping me keep booked. And I'm doing about 55 this year and a little slower for next year. I'm about 10 or 11 for next year, but I just met with 2 couples this week, so that should bump up to 12. My goal is to be at 15 by May the 4th. What software are you using for your lights? None. I use this. My lighting is keep it simple. I'm keeping it simple. I'd rather mix and do that kind of shit than, you know, lights. So Ape Labs, fade for slow dance, music mode for dance, lights for dinner. Adios. Done. One less headache I gotta worry about. It works for me. What camera are you using for low light conditions at gigs? Well, if you've seen any of the footage that I have on Instagram, it's the Insta360. So I'm using this, and now with this Osmo Pocket 3, one of the other reasons why I bought it is that its low light capabilities are just insane. And I've tested it. I went out on my deck and I was filming myself. I don't know. This thing is pretty magical so far. I'm happy with it. And look, I've streamed with it the whole time here. My last video I made on it, I'm finally able to do some 4K stuff, so I'll do stuff in 4K for videos. And yeah, so we're going to test that out, but the Insta360 does pretty okay in low light. Should get the Connect with Ape Labs? Yes. I have one basically mostly so that I can update it, so you can do updates. I don't use it at gigs. I mean, it's a 400. It sucks. It's shitty that that's how it is. I wish you could just update through an iPad app, but I bought it just so I could update them whenever they have them. And I was gonna sell the sticks that you guys see, but I'm gonna keep them because I like them in the background there. I'm gonna keep them. All right. I had like 6 other things to talk about, but I'm gonna save it for the next show. Oh, I did promise you guys I'd talk about what I'm doing. No, I'll save it. A little teaser for next week. I'll show you what I'm doing for requests next week. And not only, then it will happen. It happened. So I'm not just talking about it. I can show it to you. All right, Daniel, I'll do one more here, buddy. Do you find it more difficult to sell DJ equipment? I've been noticing on DJ Classified, it seems impossible. Yeah, it's tough. I did end up selling my cart, my rock and roller cart, my Sennheiser IEM system to local DJs. So shipping is such a pain in the ass that I would rather do that anyways. Also, if you're going to Midwest DJ Live, they have a gear swap Facebook page. So jump on that, and if you're going, throw all your shit in the back of your car and tell everybody, hey, I got all this. Anybody want it? And just offer a kick-ass deal. You know, like for my rock and roller, I paid $300 and I sold it for $150. Why? Because that's how it is. I got it out of the garage. It's done. It's out. It's a done deal. But selling speakers is a pain in the ass because of how much it costs to ship. I would rather sell them to local guys. And everybody, you know, network with your local guys and see if anybody wants it. I think I'm going to sell, the other thing I'm selling is my Sennheiser lapel, my original, because I have the dual. And then one last little teaser, and I'll let you guys go. Tomorrow, I got 2 Everse 12s being delivered tomorrow. And my plan for those is to gig test those. I have a party, like a campground party that I do every year. And I'm going to take them out, but I want to take them out with the Bose Sub 2, combine them with those. And it's a 2-hour, you know, little show that I do, or 3 hours, 3-hour show. So I got 2 Everse 12s coming tomorrow. I'll give you guys the lowdown on those. I'm kind of excited about getting to test those out as well. Local ads are terrible. Better to buy new and get a proper receipt. You know, here's the last result you can do. Take them to Guitar Center, get 30%, and then just get it out of your house. You know, they'll take it, but you're only going to get maybe 20, 30% of what you paid for it. And that's the shitty thing about it, but that's the way it is. That's the problem. All right, guys, next week, the show, Rachel Lynch. And then hopefully I'll see some of you guys over at Midwest DJ Lives. Have a great week. If you got any gigs coming up, crush them. Thanks for being here. 70 people. My God, you guys are incredible. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next week. Let's go. Bye.